Hello. I got YouTube Live and Facebook Live both going at the same time. So if I'm not looking in your direction, that is why. I'm going to wait to see if anybody joins us. I'm just trying to invite some people. All right, do we have anybody here? I can't tell if anybody's here, so I'm just waiting to see if anybody joins us. Let's see, can I invite people? Let's see. Is there a share? No, that's banned. All right. Oh, that's a little better. My lighting's a little better. All right, I'm going to wait about 5 minutes and then I'm going to get started. I'm doing a new moon in Leo ritual this evening. I'm just going to get my altar set up while we're waiting for people to join us. I don't see anybody yet. So I have a tray that I painted black. It was this color before. You can see that side. And this is my portable altar because I'm a gypsy. Hi, Debbie. I'm a gypsy and I like to move around my altars. And sometimes I want to be down here and sometimes I want to be upstairs. Sometimes I want to be outside. So I have a tray that I use for my altars. So I have my little altar cloth that I recently got. So I'm going to put that down over here. And then I'm just going to set up my altar today. You don't have to have an altar. If you don't want to set up an altar, you don't have to. Debbie, I was just saying that I'm on YouTube Live as well as here. So when I'm looking in different directions, it's for different reasons. So my camera is here and then I have a camera there. So if you're, you don't have to have an altar, but I guarantee you already have one. Look around your house. Where do your crystals collect? Where do your things that mean something to you collect? You know, you might not have purposely made an altar, but you probably have one. So we all have them. Are you having a hard time hearing me? Hold on. That's because my mic is down here. Can you hear me better, Debbie? Let's see. My son's playing video games, so it could be that too. All right, let's see. Let's see what's happening. I have really bad connection down here sometimes. So I'm hoping I'm coming through okay. Debbie, it looks like you're the only one joining us right now. So, like I said, I'm setting up my altar. Hopefully you can hear me if I'm not freezing. Oh, I'm pixelated. Okay. I bet that's cool. Yeah, let me move closer. You hear me fine. It's just the pixelation. Okay. Okay. Maybe the internet will. Yeah, maybe the internet will. The 6. I might need to tell my son to get off his games. Okay, let me know if it changes, please. All right, so I have, this is my moon crystal. It's actually a moon. I don't know if you can see it. Isn't that cool? It's cool, my little moon. So I use for my spheres, I use just a bottle cap. So I'm going to put that on my altar today because we're doing a moon ritual. I have my jar that I am using for my new moon water. My new moon water. Hope some people join us. It might just be you and me, Debbie. And then I got just some of my crystals. I have my smoky quartz that I decided to pull out today. Smoky quartz is great for absorbing negative energy. So I have that sitting out. I'm not putting it on my altar. I'm putting it right out here. And I'm going to light my candle. You're more than welcome to set up your altar. I would definitely have a white candle. Mine is just in a ball jar with some crystals. So go ahead and light your candle if you have one. And then I have my water that we're going to pour in this jar later. And then I have my labradorite. I don't know if you can see that. It's very pretty labradorite. See the shine? And labradorite's so nice. I love labradorite. All right, so I'm going to light my incense. My fan going because it's a little warm in here. So. And then I'm using dragon's blood incense. It's great for protection. Dragon's blood or the labradorite, yes. So what I do with my incense is I clean my jar with it. Just put it up in here, let the smoke go up, and I clean my jar. I'm trying to wait till some more people here because I have a very cool kind of like meditation that I was going to do this evening that kind of helps us understand what we are looking for. Help us understand what our intentions are, what we want to manifest. Because a lot of times we get so confused. We get so confused that we don't know if it's something we want or something somebody else wants. You know, we definitely, as women, and not always as women, others as well, want to please other people. And so we think that we have to do what they want. My quartz crystal. And so we don't know our own dreams and our own methods, what we want and what we want from life. So that's part of the reason why I started doing this. This is my moon journal. Actually, it's my ritual journal. I put all kinds of things in here. So every full moon and every new moon, I will write what that moon's about, what things I did, in hopes to just pass this down to my daughter one day. So I have my notes out here that I want to talk about our new moon. And our new moons in general, I know I've done another ritual before. This is going right in my face with that fan. For new moons are a time of darkness, a time to go inward. There's no light in the sky. It's definitely a time for shadow work. It's a time for our inner being to find out who we are and what we want, what our heart wants, a time to pause, a time for reflection on how our life is going and what we want from it. Exploring the unseen. It's time to set intentions and starting new projects. It's a time to plant seeds, figuratively and literally. This is a great time to plant any type of seeds. Your new moon energy is going to go from 3 days before to 3 days after. Any time in there, it's a great time to plant seeds. And that's what intentions are doing. They're planting seeds. It follows as women, if it follows our menstrual cycle, like traditionally, and not all women do it on this schedule, but we have a 28-day cycle. We bleed on the new moon. That is a time for us to go inward. And then as with the waxing moon to the full moon is when we go to ovulation. And then the waning is when we are starting to build up that, trying to say this the most okay way, but we build up that lining of the uterus. That's the word I was looking for. So, and then at the new moon again, we bleed. And if we spend more time outdoors and away from just society's stuff and all the artificial light and the artificial foods, we would probably be more in tune to the actual moon cycle. That's that time of darkness. The new moon is a time of darkness, and darkness invokes imagination. When we're in the dark, our imaginations just go. It can be bad or it can be good, but our imaginations just go. So it's definitely a way to expand your imaginations. New moons occur when the sun and the moon are in the exact same degree in the current zodiac sign. Right now we've entered into Leo. We're in Leo zodiac, and the new moon they're right in alignment in the sky together. So that's why you don't see the moon. Things to do: write down your intentions, choose an affirmation, take a ritual bath to help you choose anything that's going to get you into that mode of self and self-exploration and self-exploring. You can journal, you can create a vision board, you can plant seeds. It's all of that. So I see I had someone live here on YouTube, but they went away. So anyway, so Leo the lion. Do you know any Leos in your life, Debbie? Leo the lion. He is the regal. It's like a lion. It's a fire sign. Courageous. He's bold. He's glamorous. He's primal and creative, but not egotistical. Even though some go to that side of the Leo spectrum. Oh, wow. So your husband's going to be affected by this new moon more than you think. It's a person who embodies that fire, that energy, that vital life force. They want to be seen. They love attention, but they're very confident and they're positive. Their ruler is the sun, and they just go big. They stand tall. Think of a lion. Think of that lion. It's that energy, and that's the energy of this new moon right now. It is the time for you to get out there, for you to go. Hi, Nicole. It is that Leo, it's that lion roaring, it's that time, and that music that keyed in right at the time. I don't know if you can hear it. That roar, that put yourself out there, manifest your dreams and make them big. This is the time. This is the moon to do it. Leo's in the 5th house. That's of romance and self-expression. So a lot of good luck, a lot of optimism. And then we have an additional factor that's playing right now. I have 2 additional factors playing right now. You have a fiery trine in the sky. You have the sun and the moon in Leo. And then you have Jupiter in Aries. So Aries is that go-getter, and Jupiter is all about expansion and abundance. And Aries is about boldness and fearlessness. So this means bigger, brighter, and bolder. So imagining those intentions is a time to reinvent yourself, a time to be assertive in your wants and your needs, not aggressive, assertive. It's just a very exciting time. Then we have Lionsgate. Every year, Lionsgate, around the 26th of June to about the 8th, peaks about the 8th of August. You have Lionsgate, and that is Sirius, if that's how you say it correctly. Some people say it differently. The brightest star in the sky, the heavenly star, is in direct alignment with sun, I believe. But it's this gate that opens up that allows for this fiery, wonderful energy in all of us. So it's a very exciting time. Lots are happening. Lots of dreams can be manifested. A lot of things can be done during this time. So that is what the moon is about. A little education piece. I always like to do that first. A little education piece about what the moon's about and where we're at in this moon and why we chose certain things. So together, and I can't see you and I can't hear you. So I want you to do, we're going to do a breathing exercise, and then we're going to do an inner mentor meditation that is adapted from my yoga teacher, Ali Van Falsen. So she also adapted it from, I think it's Tara Moore, who wrote it in her book. So I'm not going to hear you. I'm not going to see you for this lion's breath. When I teach it, I usually teach it when people can like be in child's pose so they don't have to show their face, and it makes them a little more comfortable, but you can't be seen right now. So go and do it and see how you feel when you're done. So we're going to take a minute and we're going to put our hands on our belly. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're just going to relax our shoulders and relax down. And typically you could do this on the ground, but we're going to do it standing up. So we're going to put our hands on our belly. And just take some deep breaths in and out. Okay. So your next deep breath in, I want you to take it in. And as you breathe out, I want you to roar like a lion. Watch me first. I know I look silly, but I've done this a long time, so I'm comfortable with it. Do that 3 times, okay? Make the lion's roar out your mouth. Powerful energy coming up from your core. And then just take some deep breaths to come back down. Okay? Feel free to do that anytime you need to feel like some powerful enforcement. So, yes, take some deep breaths. Bring yourself back down. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to how you feel right now. When you're ready, close down your eyes or just softly put your gaze. And just pay attention to your breath. Where is the breath at in the body? Where can you feel the breath the most? Do you feel it in your belly? The rise and fall? Do you feel it in your nose, your nostrils? Do you feel the cool air coming in, warm air coming out? And wherever you feel the breath the most, just put your attention on that right now. Put your attention on it. And with each out breath, allow your body to relax. Allow your body to calm. Allow your body to sink into the chair that you're sitting in. Sorry, I have music I gotta turn down. To sink into the chair. Feel the support below you. Feel the wonderful support. Sink into that support. Sink into it and just allow your body to melt. To melt into it. And I want you to imagine this beautiful, beautiful white light right at your core, right at your heart space, right at your center. And I want you to ask yourself, silently or aloud, what does my heart want? and listen for your answers. Listen for any responses. What does my heart want? Now I want you to imagine that you are driving down a country road. It's raining. There's a lot of woods, forest, trees. You feel safe in the darkness. It's very, very dark. It's a dark country road, but you feel safe in this darkness. And then all of a sudden, this white light is in front of you, and you feel safe at that too. And your car starts to approach this light, and you go right through it. And when you come out on the other side, you know you've entered into a different time. 20 years into the future. You're now in the future. And you know you have a destination. And as you drive along this country road, imagine this destination. You're going to visit yourself 20 years from now. Your inner mentor, your wiser self. The one that has everything that you want. The one that has all the answers. Imagine where this person lives, or where you live in 20 years. Imagine you're driving there, wherever it is. It could be in those woods. It could be in the big city. It could be in the hills of France. Wherever it is, that is where you are. It could be at the beach. You're driving to your future self, to meet your future self. As you get close, you see the driveway or the parking garage. Imagine everything, what it looks like and where it's at. This is your future home. Drive into it, park, and go to the door. You're about to meet your future, older, wiser self. The one that has everything that you need. The one with all the answers. The one with all the direction. As you come to the door, you see her or him answering that door and meeting you and greeting you. And this person says, I've been waiting for you. She takes you in the house. She gets you a drink and some snacks and takes you to her favorite place in the house. Imagine what this all looks like. Take a minute as you walk through the house and see what you're seeing. Put yourself in these surroundings. Think about the questions you're going to ask her. Now you're sitting with your drink and your snack. And now it's time to ask her. Ask her what is most important for you right now. What do you need to know? What wisdom does she have to tell you? And then ask her any other question that you feel you need to ask. Your conversation starts to come to a close. You feel warm and happy inside. You thank her for all her wise advice. She walks you to the door, and you get back in your car, and you go back driving down that road. It becomes dark again. And there's that same light, and you know where it's going to take you. That light is going to take you back to this time, along with all the knowledge that you just received. You can visit her anytime. Anytime you have questions, anytime you need advice, you may visit her. She will guide you, and she is your mentor. Start to come back to the room you're sitting on. The seat you're sitting on. And feel the support underneath of you. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands. Stretch your arms up. Take a deep breath in. And as you let it out, you may open your eyes and come back to the present moment. So did anybody do that? Do you have any feedback? I have no idea how many people are on here because I can't see anything right now. Okay. Feel free to just chime in if you have any thoughts about your experience and your inner mentor. Feel free to message me later if you're watching this on the replay. Do me a favor, if you're watching this on the replay, put #replay, please. Okay, let's do our oracle readings and see what we got here. This is our moon deck. It's the full moon, so we're using the Moonology deck. Beautiful deck. It's the Moonology manifestation deck. Great for manifesting. So hopefully you know now what you want to manifest, or at least what your goals are and what you want out of life. And that's what we're going to do next. So let's see if we have any guidance. Here. Quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. Work through your feelings. So there seems to be there's something going on. There's some feelings coming up. Yes, you can do that same meditation yourself, and just visit her, and just as you're going to sleep at night, you can. That's actually great to do it as you're going to sleep at night, and kind of drift off and go and visit and see what she says. We all have that inner mentor. We have the inner critic too, but we should listen to the inner mentor. So work through your feelings. It says work through your feelings. There's some feelings stuck somewhere. And that's why this new moon is so great. We can work through some of those stuck feelings. Not quite sure how to feel. You're not quite sure how to feel, or you don't want to feel it. Many feelings all at once might be coming through, is what I'm feeling. And you don't know how to sort them all out. So take some time, journal, meditate on your feelings, and see what comes up. All right. Release control. Release control. We tend to want to control everything. We tend to want to make sure everything's perfect. Because when things aren't in control, we feel out of control. Our anxiety comes up. Wanting things in control is a big anxiety thing. So working on those anxiety pieces, releasing control, allowing things to just flow. So another message from the moon today. All right, one more. I always do 3 because 3 is my favorite number. Full moon in Cancer. Just had one of those. Full moon in Cancer. This, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think YouTube can see it. Now I have a fly flying around. Full moon in Cancer. Cancer is the crab. Let your fears dissolve. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let your fears dissolve. This is let your fears dissolve. I will be brave. I am brave. Not I will be brave. Rephrase that. I'm going to rephrase that. We want it to happen now, not in the future. Saying I will be brave means I'm going to be brave in the future. That future could be 2 minutes from now. That future could be next year. No, I am brave. It's a great affirmation. I am brave. I can do it. I am brave. That's that inner, pushing away that inner critic when you say things like that. Let your fears dissolve. Okay, so if you had gotten stuff and my message and got the stuff together to join me on doing the ritual, then you should have a jar. I know we made moon water last time it really wasn't meant to drink. It was meant to kind of cleanse and take a ritual bath and do stuff like that. But this time we are going to drink this water. So not right now, but we're going to drink this water. And what it's great is you're going to put all of your attentions in this water. Anything that you want. You want to buy a new car. That's fine. We're going to put any of our intentions and all the intentions that we want in this water. And how we're going to do that is we're going to write them down on a little, I have a sticky note. You can write on a piece of paper and then tape it on here. We are going to put the energy actually in the jar. We're going to write down what our intentions are, what we want to manifest. And I don't know if some of you saw my recent post about my personal relationship to my husband and some of the difficulties that we've been through. So my intention and manifestation is going to be around that. I have a lot of fear. I like to revert to being alone and going inward and believing the story that I am not loved. So I am going to write, I want to feel loved. I think that's how I'm going to put it. I want to feel loved. I want to know that I'm loved. I am loved. I am loved. Present tense. I am loved. That's what I'm going to put. I am loved. So go ahead if you have a jar and if you're doing this. If you don't have a jar, that's fine. You can use a glass of water. You can use anything to put water in. Go get it right now. Just go get a glass and a piece of paper. Doesn't have to be a jar. Anything. This is going to be so great for you. So you're going to write your intentions on the paper. And I chose this affirmation because of the Leo rules the 5th house. It rules the house of romance and self-expressions. I am loved and I am brave. You can write as many intentions as you want on here. Just one jar. And then you're going to put it on the jar. And then I want you to close your eyes, hold the jar, and imagine everything you just wrote going into the jar. Imagine your intentions in there, holding that jar, putting your energy in here. I know I'm a Reiki master, and I literally can put energy in that way, but we all have Reiki energy in our hands. We do. So hold the jar, feel the energy of the jar. I'm just attuned to give Reiki, whereas we all have Reiki energy. Reiki is love. I am loved. So I am now going to put the water in. As I'm pouring the water, I'm doing it very slowly. I am imagining all that I want going inside this water. All that I want. going inside this water. And this water is infused with my intentions. The water is infused with my intentions right now. And I have my little here on top. You can make a smaller one. Mine's not sticking very well, so I'll probably use some tape and tape it on here. You can even write it on your little thing up here. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do because I have this. I'm going to write I am loved. Okay. And then what I do with this is we take it outside, just like this, and you sit it out in the no moonlight, in the darkness tonight, in the darkness of night, to set the intention. And then tomorrow, drink it when you wake up. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it in your tea. You can drink it plain with water. If you don't like water, use this somewhere that's going to ingest in your body. Cook with it, anything. And as you drink it and as you're doing that, imagine that intention going with it. And if you joined in the ritual, I'm going to send some Reiki right now to your jar or your manifestation and your intentions, hoping that energy, giving it some positive, some oomph, allowing it to manifest. Okay. So that, excuse me, the incense, like I blew that and I took a deep breath in. Right. So that is my new moon ritual. I know if you guys watch the beach one, you can also take this little note and fold it towards you, because anything you want to bring towards you, you fold towards you. Anything you want, you fold away. So you're going to bring towards you. You can take this little note and you can bury it. Plant your seed. So if you don't want to do the water and you don't want to drink the water and you don't want to go through all that, you can just write it on here, bless it with a prayer, sit it under some crystals for a little while, and then go and put it and bury it. That is something you can do. Does anybody have any feedback, questions, anything? Anybody want a card reading before I get off of here? I'm going to jump back on my main Facebook page because there was not a lot of people in here. So I don't know if people thought I was going to go on my main page. So I'm going to jump on my main page and kind of do another one of these. So if you don't want to watch again, you don't have to. But I enjoyed everybody coming. I'm going to give it another minute or two, see if there's anybody that has any questions. Let's do one final collective card. That's what I'm feeling. One final collective card. Let's see what we have to say. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for you, Debbie. Find balance. It says find balance. And look at the picture. You're going down the road, the moon's in front of you. This is full moon in Libra. And you got the Libra cusp right here. I just hit myself with my moonstone pendant. It just went up my eye. Find a balance in your life. Maybe you feel unbalanced. Going back to maybe the first card I said, where working through some feelings is what I'm kind of feeling. I'm feeling that things are unbalanced. You're not sure which direction to go in. You're not sure how to get there. You're feeling like off kilter. Maybe there's some medical things going on. I'm getting like medical. Like maybe you're literally unbalanced. Do you have vertigo? I'm just waiting for you to answer. It like takes like 60 seconds for you to type and then me to actually come up. Yes. Yes, there is medical. Okay. Focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable. We need to look after ourselves. However, this card section suggests you need to find balance between what you need and what someone else needs. Oh, find balance between your own needs and what you do for others. Maybe you're doing too much for others and not paying attention to yourself. That's what I'm feeling this. Yes. If you've been through a worrying time, including regarding your health, this card reminds you to find the right people for help. Make up your own mind about your situation rather than being influenced by others. Yes, definitely think it's medical. I think there's a lot of doctors involved. A lot of people are telling you different things. You're not quite sure which direction to take. Maybe some financial things going on with that, because maybe there's something that you want to try and you can't because of the finances, or health insurance won't cover it. Thank you. I love that. I love that confirmation. I love when I get the confirmation, because I get these messages that come through from my angels, and I'm never sure if they're correct or not. And for the longest time, I never said it. I'm just starting to embrace that. Those messages that are coming through, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to say it and see if it's right or not, because I didn't want to feel like an idiot. So thank you for that confirmation. That made me, that really, like, I'm in tears. Okay. Because this is new for me of hitting that intuitive piece and trusting my own self and my own readings. But yes, lots of doctors, lots of things. Maybe there's something that you want to do and try that you can't afford. But definitely find that balance about what you want and not about what others want. Because a lot of times that comes with, like I said earlier, like pleasing others, especially if there's a male doctor. No offense to any males that are watching, but I know how I feel when there's a male doctor, and I feel like his word is ultimate. I do trust male doctors, and a lot of times you just kind of trust what they're saying, and then it still doesn't work, and it's still not helping. So maybe do some of that inner mentor meditation and find out what your inner mentor is going to tell you about these health issues that are going on and what you need to do. Okay? I think that's going to help you. Try that. So, yes, I'm glad you joined, Debbie. I do feel like we connect well. Very uncomfortable with male doctors, yeah. Well, and I hope it all works out. I hope that whatever the health issue is, I'm going to send you some Reiki right now to help you with that. Have you ever had a Reiki session? If you would like to come in the shop and get one, I'll offer you the mini session. If you've never had Reiki before, anybody who's never free, just to try it. So come into the shop. I don't know if you know where it's at. I don't even know where you're at. I think you're in the mountains, you said. But I'm just south of Harrisburg, just a couple miles south of Harrisburg, at the shops at Newberrytown. It's in my website. It's all in my link tree and everything on Facebook. You can find it, but message me if you can. I'll give you the address. Come up. Let's see if that helps you. I know I'm not saying Reiki cures, but it can be very complimentary. Come Sunday, if you are available, to my Intro to Reiki class, and I'll tell you a lot about the Reiki and what it does and what it can do, and what it can't do. But it is very, like, it's used in hospitals and doctors now. The VA are looking for Reiki therapists to help to work with veterans. Some hospitals have Reiki therapists on there. It's an Eastern philosophy and Eastern medicine. It's energy work. It's working in complement with any other medical things that are going on. So definitely come up. Let's try it. Let's try it. If you can make it the distance, come and let's see what's going on. Okay. And I'll send you some right now. Let me take a sip of my juice. Gotta keep it in this cup because I'm on YouTube. Don't ban me. I'm going to send you some Reiki right now. Yes, definitely. I'm open Saturdays and Sundays. Just text me because I have a couple vacations coming up. I have someone run the shop that doesn't have Reiki. And not able to do Reiki when I'm not there. So definitely message me. Make sure I'm there. But I'm sending you some Reiki light right now. Hopefully you feel a little warm and a little tingly in your body. Namaste, Debbie. It looks like I think a couple of people joined us here and there, but you're the only one that stayed the whole time. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to jump back on my Facebook page and do some moon readings just for the new moon. So thanks again so much. And I'm so glad. Thank you here on YouTube. This is my first time trying this, so I don't know. That's normal, the tingliest feeling. So I don't know how this is going to turn out and how the sound is turning out because I can only hook my mic up to my phone and not both. So I'm a little confused on how to do all this, trying to still work on the technology piece. You're welcome. You're welcome. But thank you all. I'm going to jump back over on my Facebook now. Namaste.